you now have the ability to tack your parts up if you want, so that you can put them on their tooling and be able to cobot weld them. They coined it the SideCar. If a customer buys a cobot cell and they get the system and they're brand new to cobots, it's always about the fear side of it. So if you buy this system and you're just not sure, maybe you're not going to use it, or you know, now I can't do anything and I got this manual welder that I still got to have. And so I brought the idea that they were able to incorporate by making some changes to how everything dresses out and communicates with the machine. But they coined it the SideCar, but it gives you the ability, and it's the only equipment and it's the only supplier that's able to do something like this, where you now have the ability to tack your parts up if you want, so that you can put them on their tooling and be able to cobot weld them. You can also, if you need to make a manual only weld, you can also do that as well, just by turning a knob or flipping a switch. Super easy, but it took a product and opened the capability of it even farther.
Yeah, we've got some customers that really, that's most of the systems they buy to put the sidecars on it, because of the flexibility of being able to manually tack or do, you know, some minor welding with it, as well as use the robot for the same, with the same power source, the same equipment. We've got some customers where they've had some power limitations. They don't have enough power drops for all their stations. And they've also got grounding issues where you're trying to hook multiple power sources up to the same ground plane, the same table, and they run into issues there. So it's really cleaned up a lot of our customers' operations, where now they can have the SideCar manual welding MIG torch that uses the same power source as the robot does. So it's just a flip of a switch, and you can go from a manual process, and then you can move to the robot controlling the welding equipment. And it doesn't have to be the same thing. It could be a push MIG torch, hand torch, and then you can go to the cold metal transfer push pull solution, or vice versa. You could have cold metal transfer on the MIG torch that's on the SideCar by manually welding aluminum or whatever you're trying to do with that CMT process by hand, and then you can switch to the robot. And they could be different materials, because the power source doesn't care. It's like, whatever you ask me to do, I will do it, as long as the hardware on the other side can feed the wire properly. So it's been really great for our customers and added them the flexibility they've really needed. You could also do heavy parts on a table like this, and you could tack those parts up with the same power source, and then flip a switch. Now the robot can go over and weld that part. So it really puts everything in one place.